Welcome to the second ClownCatLeague semi-final between the legend, the one and only GmanStreams. Gman playing in orange here as the Mayans, and is playing against DeineMoM, which translates to your mom, DeineMoM in green as the Turks. And that's a Master Arena 3 classic actually, with Mayans with a Civ advantage against Turks, at least back then. But I think that was considered the best civilization, the best Civ matchup for the Burst civilization. So Turks against Mayans was winnable actually. Let's see how this one is going. Both players going up really late, and GmanStreams is going with a castle in from his second gold, main stone from safe in the back, main gold safe in the back, and looks like DeineMoM is going to click up to Imperial Age very soon. He's going with a castle next to his own second stone, second gold, third gold forward outside, mains gold on the side, and there it is, fast Imperial Age actually against the Mayans. This could be really interesting, but as GmanStreams is going for bloomed archers here, he will have a castle up forwardish, and that's probably the one that DeineMoM wants to target. Also going with Conquerors here, and yeah, the other resources on the map and the relics probably not even that important. As we can see, GmanStreams of course ahead in score, map control, going for these relics. He's got a monastery, he's got one relic in already, but the monk is on the way already again. Actually two monks here, very nice to see. And 70% fast imp, and so Imperial Age almost done here for DeineMoM. We do see the first fights. The plumed archers have +2, but it's just too many Janissaries, so GmanStreams now knows he needs to produce more. The plumed archer production is still going for him. He is banking some resources actually, and I just see this is in German. I guess it's because of the... Oh, why is it German? Not quite sure. Okay, let's see. DeineMoM up to Imperial Age, bombard cannon on the way, and that means with Janissaries and bombard cannons we have the very, very strong early Imperial Age army for DeineMoM, and plumed archers from GmanStreams starting to attack the Janissaries but have to go back. In the meantime, looks like that's relic number 4, 3 and 4 coming in for Gman, and he's still producing plumed archers. He's on the way up to Imperial Age as well, very important to see, so he will be able to defend his castle using trebuchets. But the thing is, the Turks do need to do the damage, and they have the power right now with the bombard cannons hitting those plumed archers. Looks like all the plumed archers are going down, but the bombard cannons actually with good HP. And DeineMoM now, of course, is going to move forward, is going to try to attack whatever he can. Janissary is quite expensive, also food expensive, that's why it's easier to mass plumed archers, of course. But they are really, really strong. And it's going to be interesting to see how GmanStreams is going to do when he's up to Imperial Age. He's going for the defensive upgrade now for the plumed archers, has enough resources to go for Bracer and possibly Chemistry as well. But he probably wants to go for a Trebuchet as well. And there's the second castle coming up. Interesting build for him. He went for 1 TC only, so pretty much the same approach here. And we have now 3 bombard cannons plus archer ranges coming up for DeineMoM. He's transitioning from that one castle Janissary production into hand cannoneers possibly. Yeah, that's indeed the case. And we will have plumed archers against gunpowder for most of this game, I imagine. Now both players are trying to micro as good as possible. We have the +3 done, and more bombard cannons on the way here. One went down maybe, I don't know. There's a trebuchet quite far forward, that's a mistake. I think the plumed archer is still getting microed quite well by Gman. He is losing a few of them, and the trebuchet going down. That was not a good idea to move the trebuchet forward. That's just a waste of resources. You need to play defensive here, you need to have the trebuchets around your castle, and you need to get more army going. GmanStreams just needs to outproduce his opponent. I think that's the most important part here, because plumed archers are technically better, but now the first castle is going down, the bombard cannons can attack, and the trebuchet that you had just before, that should stand next to your castle to be able to attack bombard cannons, 12 range against 16, but like this, it's the castles with only 11 range, and the bombard cannons can just outrange that. Plumed archers moving forward once again, but now we have too many hand cannons, and Janissaries. This is looking very good for DeineMoM. GmanStreams was playing this really well up to the point where he lost the trebuchet and the plumed archers. He just needed to continue production, and that's something he did not do completely. Now the second castle is going down, and after this castle is falling, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the GG, as DeineMoM has the strong army, and Gman is not able to transition into like Elite Skirmishers or Eagle Warriors, and there we have it. GG being called, first game going to DeineMoM. Very interesting one. Both players going with 1 TC, fast imp against quite a fast Imperial Age with 2 castles even, but in the end, the Turks player here, DeineMoM, a little bit better. See you in game 2. Here we go, second game. DeineMoM playing in green as the Burmese, which is not an Ultra civilization, and he's playing against Gman as the Goth. And therefore we have a, in my opinion, big civ disadvantage now for DeineMoM here in green as the Burmese. Main gold on the side, second gold safe in the back. Main stone forward, he's there with 3 villagers. Third gold forward outside, but close to his base. Second stone left hand side is outside. And he is going for the Iron Bar apparently on the way up to Castle Age. He's going to be there first, 28 villagers, that's 29 pop. As for Gman, he is going on stone again. 4 villagers on gold, main gold safe in the back. 6 villagers on the main stone, also in the back here. The other resources forward, second gold inside, third gold outside, second stone on the right hand side. And it looks like Gman is going for a forward castle here. Sending villagers, he was able to take down the scout, very important. Not quite sure if DeineMoM could see this. Now 5 villagers is not a lot, but okay, should be interesting. Gman has enough stone for a castle, is just waiting. And a castle for DeineMoM coming up in front of the main stone. Siege workshop also on the way. I imagine he saw the castle and villagers and the castle coming up. And this is going to be interesting because monastery is up, and I think going for relics. Or for monks, not even the relics, for the monks and Arambai is going to be way better than going for Huskarls here. So let's find out how Gman is going to approach this. He is going with 2 other villagers on the mill. Still villagers on stone, 6 of them, so he maybe wants to go for a second castle even. Interesting, siege workshop also coming up. There's the first mangonel, there's the first Arambai actually, and the scout from Gman still alive, moving around. But Gman is going for the Huskarls obviously, and is starting to attack the walls. Can he see the castle? I think he can't. And that's very important here. There is no monks to start and convert, and you cannot see the castle. Instead, there is walls coming up. So DeineMoM going with the safe way here actually is saying, okay, you're going with Huskarls, I have Arambai, I have the castle, I can go for stone walls. You can't actually. And looks like we're going to see 1 TC play for him as well. Once again, no extra TCs for any player. This is very aggressive what they're playing. Interesting to see. Battering Ram and Mangonel are there. And there's the Arambai to start and attack that Mangonel. Good shot, but the Mangonel obviously going down. And the main gold could get attacked here actually. Can Gman see it? That's the question for me right now. He can see the main gold, so he should send a Mangonel there maybe. Arambai now moving out, and looks like Gman stopped going for the Huskar production. Doesn't really have too much resources in the bank. Maybe he wants to go for Anarchy as well. And those Arambai won't find an easy way to go in. Instead, we have a castle coming up on that main gold and a watchtower in a defensive position. This castle is not going up. The Mangonel is hitting it. The watchtower will be able to push away the villagers, and 2 of them going down to the Mangonel is also really bad. The Arambai now moving around to take down another Mangonel. Those Huskarls are actually dying, and like this, it's a very fast second game. DeineMoM winning it using a defensive castle. Arambai 1 TC, did go for some relics apparently, but this forward castle was too ambitious without many villagers. That's never going up. So I hope you enjoyed this quick game, and see you in the first match game actually. There it is, first match game. DeineMoM lost the scout and is even using villagers to lure the deer towards the TC. I think it's not even a bad idea. You can see it here, he's quite successful with it. And now the deer getting taken, or getting eaten. Gold also going down. He's on the way up to feudal age. Bulgarians in this game, as if we haven't really seen too often. It shouldn't be too strong on arena, but it has some interesting features, I guess. Actually, GmanStreams was able to trap the scout here, using his own scout and attacking it. And there is no restart, so the scout just went down. You can see it here, 15 HP, but Gman didn't really lose too much. GmanStreams playing as the Britons here, and he's going for a barracks in late Dark Age, so I think we're going to see archers this time. Has the main gold on the side, actually towards the back, main stone safe in the back, and the second gold, where he's putting that mining camp on. Also on the side here, not too far forward, second stone forward outside, 2 verdicts close to his base, and extra stone not far away, third gold on the left hand side. Archer range up, blacksmith up, and we're going to see archer production most likely. Now the first 2 archers on the way. As for DeineMoM, as the Bulgarians, he went with the barracks only, and we could see long swordsman even, because the upgrades are for free, but spearman on the way. Not quite sure why, maybe just to get some scouting information, that's also possible. With the Bulgarians, you do get cheaper TCs, they only cost 50 stone a piece, and we could see a big boom, but for now it's only 1 TC coming up on the main gold and that wood line. Do we see a monastery? No, it looks like it cost them quite a bit. Losing the scout and having to lure the deer with the villagers made this build order a little bit wacky, if you can say so, and I'm really curious to see what the plan for him is. He's going with the monastery now. As for Gman. He's got those archers moving forward now, going for crossbowmen. He's also doing the bowsaw. And, of course, Britain's also cheaper TCs, but on the wood is getting that first extra TC on the wood line and that second gold. So, third TC actually coming up on that wood line in the main gold. It's the first time that we're going to see extra TCs. That's the first in this series. And with the third TC coming up, we're going to see at least mini booms by the players. We have a monk moving to the right hand side, a crossbowman on the left hand side, a little bit out of play here even. 2, 3 spearmen, and the crossbows should be able to stop the monk from bringing that relic back. DeineMoM is running away with the monk, but I think Gman should know about that one. The monk actually hiding and Gman going away. I guess he didn't pay too much attention and he's splitting his crossbow now, which is a good idea, but this monk should be heading home, and at least one relic will be going towards DeineMoM. Probably this one as well if he's going like 2 more monks. And now TC number 4 even going up. We're going to see the boom here. Still 50 stone left, so he didn't need to go for a stone, but he's on stone with 9 villages now. And Bulgarians do have the Kreposts as a cheaper form of the castle, which could be utilized here. This monk should die. Ooh, going for a conversion was a mistake. I think the monk could have gotten away. But like this, the crossbowmen are obviously taking that one down pretty fast. I think 3 TCs for Gman probably. Let's find out. I only see 3, and that's enough usually. And then the Bulgarians are technically an infantry and cavalry civilization, having the conic, having the militia line upgrades for free up to 200 swordsmen, only missing a archer armor I think, and they also have very good siege. They are lacking bombard cannon, but they get siege engineers, and as far as I could see they have siege rams, siege onagers and heavy scorpions. I hope I'm not telling anything wrong here, but that makes them quite interesting to use on Arena actually, and with the cheaper TCs their boom is not the worst in the game. Now we have the siege tower moving forward towards the walls, and there's a lot of crossbowmen going in. So Gman is saying, hey, I have the military, you don't, so I'm going in, I'm going to try and do the damage, or at least get your economy idle for a little bit, and that's exactly what's happening. DeineMoM having a few idle villages, the crossbowmen moving in, but they're going to find a lot of TCs that are protecting these villages, and he could move into the wood line, the small part, the TC is still going to fire away, and that's dead crossbowmen for sure. So not too many villager skills, siege workshop up to get a mangonel, and the crossbowmen are actually going down, not doing almost anything really. And we have DeineMoM with enough stone for a castle now. Going with that castle in front of the monastery where he's got 1 relic. The other relics probably went to Gman. He's got a siege workshop in the middle. He's got more archer ranges. But I think he should think about, or should go for Imperial Age now. I think to think about is not too pretty. And I don't see... No, there's 2 villages on stone now. There are not too many villages on stone either. I think at this point in the game you should be close to clicking up. For DeineMoM, he's not too far away actually. Got the castle. Got a Krepost on the left hand side and is going for more stone here. This could be interesting. Kreposts, of course, not as much HP and only 7 range, but still 20 units can garrison inside, and you can go for these conics. Stirrups. What is Stirrups doing? I need to look it up. Is it for the... no, cavalry attack 25% faster, interesting. They're missing Paladin, but it's for the conics obviously. And the Imperial Age militia line gains plus 5 armor. This could also be interesting. Both players now on the way up to Imperial Age. DeineMoM first, and he is going with more Kreposts. So I think we're going to see the conics in action. And conics, that's the unit that when it's getting killed, it's getting... how do you call this? It gets into a unmounted, dismounted conic. Is it called like that? An infantry unit. So it's counting like double. And we have the Bulgarians' unique unit against Britain's mass unit, crossbowmen, soon to be arbalest. GmanStreams also almost enough stone for a castle. Population capped on 140, not too bad. Got 4 rams for the soon to be capped rams, and more Kreposts on the way for DeineMoM. He's moving on them out now, starting to attack the mangonel and the rams. Crossbowmen should be able to take these down quite fast. 1+2 pierce armor is not too much. Archer range is on the way now to get some elite skirmishers, and a castle coming up in front of that second stone. So Gman with the relic lead, with map control, and with only battering rams. I think he should go for cap rams first, but he's done it, and now the walls should go down. More archer ranges on the way. Do we see elite skirmisher production? Elite skirmishers, yes, that's indeed the case. More Kreposts on the left hand side. This is quite funny to see. I think Gman needs to go with trebuchets here now. Should go for Warwolf if he can afford it, and also arbalest with 10 range, but the conics actually surrounding these arbalests. Can they do damage? I think the conics not strong enough, but 1+4 is not too bad. Maybe even they're an elite. And there's the dismounted Conix. No armor, but also a lot of attack, and that means they have like double the attack. Not really, but maybe like 1.5 times, 1.8 times, and those Arborists are in a very bad position. GmanStreams losing pretty much all his army, only 8 military units left. Got a lot of resources in the bank, but is not producing too much. Arborist production only starting again now again, and that one trebuchet hitting the castle is not going to be enough. Another castle only built by 3-4 villagers. Again, that's not enough here. Gman needs to lose like 10 or 12, and he needs more army, needs more production. This is not looking good for him, as the Conix, of course, getting produced out of, I don't know, 1 castle and 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 care posts. They're gonna have way better numbers, as long as DeineMoM can afford to build them. And of course then there's the dismounted Conix with a 12 plus 2 attack, which is still quite good, and same actually as the mounted Conix. 120 HP is not too much, but it's just the fact that they are like a double unit and that it can get produced from those cheaper crab posts that makes them interesting to play. Usually you shouldn't lose your Arbalest, and then I think going with a few pikemen in the mix, you should be good here. Like this, gate is open and the Conix going in now, another castle coming up as this one got delayed, denied, whatever, and DeineMoM even going with another castle of his own. Has the elite skirmishers, only +1, but he's going for bot killer already. And Gman, we should maybe even go for champions plus Arbalest. He's got the resources to do so, but he doesn't have the barracks and he's still busy at home. A lot of idle villagers on the farms. That was the main gold or stone, I think the main stone. And there's a lot of idle villagers as well. Like this, DeineMoM has an easy game right now. He can attack that forward using trebuchets or maybe rams or whatever he wants to. Of course, he can also use Conix. And in the meantime, we have Arbalest production still going, but there's so few units actually inside these archer ranges, and at least at home Gman should start to defend. Instead we're going to see the GG, and DeineMoM winning 3-0 against Gman, against the legend himself. Hope you enjoyed these games. We have our 2 finalists. It's going to be DeineMoM here against Crasini. Both players going for 1 TC strats or aggressive strats quite often. DeineMoM here 2 times 1 TC, and Crasini, as you remember, went for a lot of monks, so this could be a really interesting final, hopefully happening within the next 2 days from when I'm uploading this. Jon Snow wants to stream it, but the players haven't confirmed yet, as from what I know. I hope you enjoyed this series, and see you in the next game. See you hopefully on a live stream as well for the ClownCatLeague finals. GG.